the mandate of the Department of Tourism is, okay, you're successful if you have the numbers. So the more visitors, the better. I don't think the Philippines knows too much yet about ecotourism.
You mentioned about, it also happens now. Dolphins, whales, they're used for food, for their meat, right? I'm just curious.
Not dolphins and whales.
I'm sorry.
Not in the Philippines.
Not in the Philippines. No, I'm sorry. That's right. Not in the Philippines. I'm talking
No.
about Japan and the
In some
rest
places,
of the world. Yes. You think, why have we decided? I'm curious about this. Why have we decided that we shouldn't kill dolphins or whales, but let's say we can kill cattle and pigs for food? But what is it what is it that makes us squeamish about?
Well, it's not about being squeamish. The whole idea is anything we farmed, okay, like cattle
and
pigs, chickens, we farm that.
Okay.
So they're domestic.
That's fine. Fine to eat domesticated animals.
That's up to you. It's up to you. Anybody can choose to eat whatever they want to eat. But wildlife is different. And also, you look at our world today. Humanity we've gotten so, what do you call it? Like, we feel like we're the center of the whole world and everything revolves around us.
Isn't that the truth? Isn't that?
Well,
that's how we feel, right? That's how we feel, isn't it?
But see, look what's happening to the world today. I mean, I think it's about time that we start to realize we're just one of the species in this whole bigger picture of life.
But it's hard to understand that, isn't it? I mean, we're here to survive.
When you look around at all the floods today, maybe it's not so hard to understand anymore. What have we done to the earth?
That's Mother Nature getting back at us. That's the cliche, right?
Maybe.
I see. You're also a renowned cinematographer, underwater cinematographer, in fact, and you worked on Muro Ami.
I was part of the underwater team there.
All right. And how tough was that to shoot, underwater? That's a movie that's a huge percentage of it underwater.
Well, it was a real challenge, but what made the film so successful was all the pre-production that we had. We really prepared. Everybody was trained. We had auditions, proper auditions. Pen Medina, for example, learned how to swim for that movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Learned to swim, so he didn't
know how to swim, and he won the best supporting actor.
Yeah, that's right. I see.
So that was.
So pre-prod is important. That's what you're trying to say.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. It was successful because of the pre-prod. Without pre-prod, no way, no way could we have 100 or 200 people in the water at
the same time.
Yeah.
Wow. And Muro Ami, that's the method of fishing using nets and then banging on corals. Am I correct?
Yeah, it's a method of fishing that used a lot of children because they're smaller. They cost less to maintain on a boat.
So these are illegal.
It was illegal. It's illegal. So
Because
what happens is pretty
labor.
much you have this giant net, and then you have a boat with hundreds of children that drops all these kids in the water.
Okay.
And the kids have these scare lines with rocks at the bottom, and they sweep in toward the net, and everything, all the fish and everything, indiscriminately, everything gets caught. So that's.
And I think they pound on the reef so that they will scare the fish into that.
Each child has like a line with these scare lines and a rock at the bottom, and they kind of just swim and
Is this
bash
still
the whole reef.
Is it still happening now? I mean,
no.
This because it became
it's been illegal for quite a while.
I see. And would you know if it really has stopped, or is it just?
I know that they've kind of modified the method. There's another one called paaling, where they use, instead of rocks, they use instead of the scare line, they use bubbles, like compressor bubbles.
Speaking of which, another grouper of fishermen that you've been interested in are the compressor divers.
Yes.
Right? So the idea is to go deep underwater and stay long and to fish there. Am I correct?
Yes.
Using these machines, homemade machines.
It's like a homemade method of going scuba diving. But you're attached to
tubes
to the boat, In essence, here you have a banca with an engine. You get a surplus truck compressor, attach it to that. Secondhand San Miguel beer keg. And they connect everything with tubes and aquarium tubing. And so up to 2 divers go down at the same time. And they just bite this this tube.
And why do they have to do this? What's the idea of doing it this way?
Well, the idea is to be able to go down deeper and stay longer to get the day's catch.
Why do they have to do that? I mean, what happened to fishing, using a line and
Well, I suppose, all of the accessible shallow fish are gone. This is a
depleted,
way,
you mean?
Uh, this enables
Overfishing?
them, yeah.
Overfishing.
But this enables people to go down as long as they want.
How long
as
do
deep
they
as
stay
they
down
want to
there?
go.
How
to
long
get
are they down there?
long? Too long. Much longer than a sport diver would.
How
would
long
stay
does
down, for
how long is a
example.
sport diver supposed to stay underwater?
Okay, at 100 feet, I can stay 25 minutes at the most.
And how long do they do it and how deep?
Over 100 feet and for hours.
What happens to them because of doing it that way?
Well, they get decompression sickness. See, a scuba diver like me, for example, we're trained and we know that at certain depths we're allowed to stay for a certain amount of time. These guys, the compressor divers, most of them don't know these rules. So they just go and they go down as deep as they need to for as long as they want to, and many of them get decompression sickness.
What happens with decompression sickness?
Well, they get paralyzed, many of them. Some of them die. And that's what happens to them.
The Philippines, they always say beautiful reefs, one of the world's best, and all of those things, right? Is that true?
Yes. We're the center of marine shorefish biodiversity on Earth. So we're extremely lucky. We're blessed.
And tourists do come and
A lot of
take a
people
look.
do. Yeah.
Your fascination with the ocean, when did that start?
Since I was a kid, since I was born, I think. My family would spend weekends, holidays in the beach. My dad would take me snorkeling, and I guess
That's
I
where
just
you
fell in love.
Alright.
It's been
Karina,
a lifelong thing.
lifelong. Good. So what's going to happen with Tuki Chronicles, by the way?
We're going to follow the story. We'll see what happens.
So you'll keep coming up with episodes, right?
Yes, we will.
So we'll find out more about what will happen to the whale sharks and the people. Please let us know
We'll
what's going to
following
happen
that
to them.
story.
Yes. All right.
Hope it's a happy ending.
Hopefully. Karina, thank you very much for coming.
Okay, Jay. Thank you
All right.
too.
Let's close this one with the beauty of the Philippines that is underwater.